Dear friends, we gather today to celebrate and honor the life of Elaine Shub. I had the privilege of knowing Elaine for many years as a close friend of Cynthia, Jeff, and Elias. We shared many a dinner together on numerous occasions, and as recently as 2 summers ago, Elaine was a guest at my home, and she got to enjoy some wonderful weather in our backyard and got to swim and splash around in our pool. Even though Elaine was in a very diminished state, her bright spirit, her positive outlook, and her beautiful smile were etched in my memory of her. Being a fairly tough joke-telling audience, I have to admit that she one-upped me most of the time. She had amazing jokes, and often had us all in stitches at the dinner table. I will always remember the special accent she put on when she told one of her hilarious jokes. The accent, no matter what the joke was always the same. It didn't matter what the topic was, it didn't matter who the characters were. We had the same accent. It was her trademark, and it was one that none of us will soon forget. We'll take some time to share some thoughts about Elaine's life a little bit later on. I'm going to recite a psalm. Then I'm going to invite Rabbi Debbie Hachen to chant the Esa'enai, a very traditional prayer. It's part of our Shabbat liturgy. And then we'll call upon members of the family who have chosen to speak today. I'm sorry to the Shub sisters. You're going to have to follow a child act today. Jonah will begin. When Jonah finishes, we'll ask Sam to come up. Jonah and Sam represent the grandchildren. After that, in descending order, we'll have Lauren, and then Cynthia, and then Stacey. The David Mizmor Ladonai Haaretz Lo Tevel V'Yosheva Kihu El Yamim Yisada Yal Neharot Yechon Neha Mi Ya'aleh B'Har Adonai Umi Yakum B'Makom Kadsho. The earth is the Lord's and its fullness. The world is His and all its inhabitants. He founded the world upon the seas. He set it firm upon flowing waters. Who may ascend the mountain of the Lord? Who may stand in His holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who takes not God's name in vain, swearing falsely, he will receive a blessing from the Lord, a just reward from His God of deliverance. Such is the generation of those who seek God, who like Jacob long for His presence.
From Adonai, the maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your protector will not slumber. For the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. God is now your guardian, and God is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. God will now guard you from all harm. God will guard your soul, your going and coming, now and forever. The psalmists the same valleys as we do. They saw the same shadow of death. But what they saw in the valley was not death itself, but only the shadow. And as we share Cantor and myself in the 23rd Psalm, it's our hope that you will also remember that the sun, the light of God's presence and light of memory, can be hidden for a moment by the clouds, so that it seems we're in the valley with the shadows, but the words we'll share and the smiles and the remembrances will push those clouds away and bring the light of God's presence back. If you know the words in English of the 23rd Psalm, you're welcome to join me. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.